tough to come back from. Turn the ball over, 10-point swing, and let the ball get thrown over our heads. It's a recipe for disaster. I thought there were some real bright things. I mean, I thought we were pretty darn good on third down on offense, and obviously defense much better than we were a week ago. I thought for the most part we were able to sustain, stop and run, but not to the point where we need to win a football game like this. But a lot of things we're going to look at hard as coaches. What are we doing schematically? Are we putting our guys in the right position to make plays? Are we giving them the best opportunity to be successful? And fundamentally, are we giving them all the things and all the tools that they need to be successful? So it'll start and end there, and we're going to find a way to create a great plan for our guys, come back home for homecoming next week, and find a way to get a win. So in the heart of a storm, you stay the course, you find a way to get some things fixed, and that's our job. That's what we're going to get going on. Us right home. So how about that? With that, some questions, please.
Fitz, is it primarily or all on defense where you feel like you need to sort of re-examine things?
Well, you get 500 yards. It's not about yards, it's about points, but you get 500 yards of offense. I mean, I think we stopped ourselves today. Turnovers and obviously some self-inflicted wounds and some things, some more man breakdowns on offense. Defensively, yeah, I mean, you got guys coming off the field saying, I'm playing this concept, I'm playing that concept. Those kind of breakdowns, communications, when they've happened, they've been disastrous this year. And so it starts with us as coaches. I mean, what do we ask them to do? Or why are they confused? Why are they on different pages? I mean, it's not like Iowa did anything different than they typically do. They gave us, I think, one little formation variation, but we adjusted it, we thought. On the boundary, obviously, we didn't do a good enough job of that as coaches. So that's our responsibility.
Were you stunned to see Danny make the decision to try to throw that in the end zone early in the game?
Well, he's been so good for us, Teddy. It's just unfortunate that happened. That's how I feel.
All right.
I like it. Thanks. Appreciate it. That's my answer for the rest of the questions.
That's all there is.
All right, sir. It's good to see you.
Fitz, when you talk about the guys that aren't clear in the secondary, the 35-yard touchdown to McNutt, is that a perfect example of that?
Well, I think we have too many examples of it, Teddy.
And is it basically, guys, some think it's zone, some think it's man, or is it more complicated?
It's really not that complicated. We're either playing some version of 4, or we're playing some version of 2, or whatever it might be, the coverage concept. We're not doing a good enough job coaching because obviously our guys are not on the same page, and that's our responsibility. It's our responsibility.
I guess maybe moving the secondary today with either going out there and something after what are your thoughts about that? How that went?
I'd have to watch the tape. Do you mind asking me on Monday? I mean, we gave up a bunch of passing yards, so obviously not that well, But I'm not saying it's because of Doogie or lack thereof, Jared. I just give up a lot of yards.
Was Persa put under pressure, in your opinion, tonight?
Well, I'm going to watch the tape, but it looked like we had listened in everything we were trying to adjust in the boundary. There were some one-man breakdowns up front, and then we also had some guys that weren't getting off the jam, so the timing was off a little bit. But that's what Iowa's going to do. They're going to try and disrupt you at the second level. You got to get their hands off you, and you got to get up the field and make your routes. And when we did, I thought we really executed well. And the same thing with the run game. We thought we had some things there, and we were able to move it pretty well, but. That's a big swing there in the first. The first quarter, first half there? I'm not sure specifically, but we got all the momentum. We're going down to drive to score, and we turn it over, and it's a pick six. I mean, that was a big change of momentum on the road. It's tough to overcome.
Any other questions, Coach?
Kane, I mean, you talked about him being a playmaker. He showed a lot of everything tonight.
Yeah, he's pretty special, Teddy. He's got a lot of roles on his plate right now. And, I think he's handled them very well. Number one, he's working diligently to get prepared each week. He knows he's got multiple roles, so he's taking the time to invest, to get ready for game. And then when he gets out in the arena, he's making plays. And, it's not always perfect. That's what I like the best about him. He doesn't try to be perfect. He just tries to go out, execute, ask, and do what we ask him to do when we ask him to do it. And then when a play presents itself, he's got the skill set to be able to go make it happen. And, that's exciting not only for as we move forward, but also for the future. And it's all because of his work ethic, and I think I alluded to it last week or 2 weeks ago when his role changed from being a starting quarterback into now being a kind of a Kane of all trades. His attitude's been phenomenal, and that's all you could ask. We need more guys like Kane. We need more guys to figure out what can I do to find a way to help us win. What is it that I need to do? Coach me, teach me, show me what I need to do, and I'm going to go out and make it happen. That's what we need to have happen. obviously it starts with us as coaches. We got to get the guys to have that attitude, and then we got to get them to go out and do it on the arena on Saturday. It's really not complicated. I think we're turning algebra into calculus right now.
This is the first time you've seen Vandenberg since a couple years ago when you filled in for Stanzi. What does he bring to the Iowa offense that you haven't seen before?
Well, I'm not sure if it's what we haven't seen. I think more importantly, he's executing within the framework of what Coach O'Keefe and what Kirk are asking him to do. He doesn't try to force the ball. You know, that's the one thing that jumped out to me on tape. I very rarely this year did I see him force the ball and really not take what the defense was giving him. So it's a hallmark of a young guy, even though he doesn't have a million starts under his belt like Ricky did. You can tell he's been in the system for a while, and you see that poise, and he's obviously carried him pretty far so far this year. I mean, he's won a lot of games because of the ways we know throw the ball. And we have great talent on the perimeter. Marvin's he's a really good player. I'm glad he's graduating, isn't he? Yeah, that's great. Same thing with Keenan. He had a great game. I mean, those two kids they're great players.
I think Iowa could say the same about Persa, though. He's really given them fits for the last few years.
Yeah, well, that's what's so much fun about Big Ten football. Some of the coaches at Iowa and I were talking about it. It seems like Prater and Persa and a bunch of names have been playing against each other for a long time. They've been great battles. I mean, I'm proud of our guys' fight. I mean, we kept battling. We just beat ourselves. I mean, it's just as a coach, and we pride ourselves on discipline. We're not very disciplined right now in defense, and that's not good enough. It's unacceptable.
What happened with the trip on the sideline? Who guys got a 5-yard penalty? You know what that was?
Yeah, that was Batesy. Yeah,
okay.
It's going to happen with Bates.
Got
Got a little passion, gets out there a little further. I was hoping we get a warning.
Right.
But I got a feeling my antics from a week ago caused that penalty, so that's fine. That's fine.
Coach, you talked about discipline on defense in the first half, except for that one long run. You held Coker intact, but in the second half, it seemed like he was finding some holes. Does that go back to the discipline up front?
Let me watch the tape. Ask me that again on Monday. It sounded like we had a guy fit. I mean, that's a great thing about Iowa's offense. If you fit one gap wrong, downhill runner like that, they can make you pay. Kind of some similarities to what we do with the zone scheme. But obviously we didn't do a good enough job.
Anything else? All right, we'll have the players in here shortly. Thank you.
Thanks so much.